Alright everyone, this here is a continuation from where we left. So in my previous video I answered question 1 up to question 3, and in this video I'll focus on question 4 up to question 8 of this 2025 GCE Mathematics Paper 1. So starting with question 4, solve the equation 1 over 2x squared minus 8 equal to 0. So to find the values of x for this quadratic equation, I'll start by writing the equation given 1 over 2x squared minus 8 equal to 0, and then I'll multiply all this by 2. This is because I want to get rid of the fraction given on the first term there. 1 over 2x squared times 2, that gives x squared, then negative 8 times 2, that gives negative 16, and this is equal to 0 times 2, that gives 0. Then for the next stage, I'll take 16 to the right side, so this will leave me with x squared on the left side equal to 16 on the right side. Then introduce square root on both sides, but on the right side this is going to have plus or minus. This is because we need two values of x. So we simplify on the left side here, the square root and the square simplifies, leaving us with x equal to plus or minus square root of 16, that is 4. So for the two solutions of x is equal to positive 4 or x is equal to negative 4. So those are the two solutions on this question. Moving on to question 5. Question 5 reads, use set notation to describe the shaded region in the Venn diagram below. To describe the shaded region using set notation, I'm going to start by showing the shaded, which is part of A. So here I'll just write A. Then also show the part that is not shaded, which is B union C. Now for B union C, if we are describing the shaded, this will mean that this is complement. So I'll put this in brackets and indicate complement. So the shaded is B union C complement, so meaning outside the two sets B and C. So then what operation are we going to put so that we can satisfy the shaded region? What set notation are we going to come up with? So in between A and the set B union C complement, I'll put intersection. And what this means is the set A is intersecting with everything that is outside the two sets B union C. So this is basically part of set A, which has been shown here as the shaded region. So the set notation that satisfies this shaded region is A intersection open bracket B union C close bracket complement. So this is what we are going to put on the answer space here. So A intersection in brackets B union C, then complement. All right, so moving on now to question 6, which is a question on shares. Question 6 reads, a company with 6,000 shares declared a dividend of 56,000 kwacha zirongwe. What amount will Betty receive for her 36 shares? So for this question, solution will be shown as follows. So for 6,000 shares, this here is equal to 56,000 kwacha zirongwe. So then what about 36 shares? This here we indicate that it is equal to x. So then we cross multiply this. 6,000 multiplies with x to give 6,000 x, which is equal to 36 multiplies with the 56,000 kwacha zirongwe. So then I'll divide through by 6,000 both sides. So this here will give us the following. So 6,000 on the left side will simplify, leaving us with 1 times x gives us x is equal to For zeros, the zeros on 6,000 will simplify with the zeros on 56,000. So that leaves us with 6 below, and 6 can go into 36, which is 6 times. And then to get the amount that Betty got for her 36 shares, this is 6 times 56, which I'll multiply here. 56 times 6. This gives 6 times 6, that gives 36. So I'll write 6, carry 3. Then 6 times 5, that is 30. 30 plus 3, that gives 33. So 336 kwacha. So this here is the amount for the 36 shares. So on the answer space, we indicate that the amount is x is equal to 336 kwacha. Zirongwe. So that is the answer on question 6. Going to question 7. Question 7 is a question on AP, arithmetic progression, and the question reads: the formula for the nth term of an arithmetic progression is 2n minus 3. Find the, on A, the first term, then B, common difference, D, if the sum of the first 8 terms is 48. So starting with A, first term. To get the first term, we just follow the formula, which is Tn equal to 2n minus 3. And in this case, T subscript n. N means 1, the first term. So T1 is going to equal to 2, where there's n, we put 1, then minus 3. So what is the first term? T1 is going to equal to 2 times 1, that is 2, then minus 3. Then T1, the first term, is equal to 2 minus 3, that gives negative 1. So the first term is negative 1. Then for B, common difference. If the sum of the first 8 terms is 48. So this simply means we are looking for D when n is 8 and the sum of the 8 terms is 48. So the formula for this is Sn is equal to n over 2, open square bracket, 2a plus, open bracket, n minus 1, close bracket, multiplied by d, close square bracket. So it's just a matter of substitution here. Sn in this case is S8, sum of 8 terms, which is equal to 48. So I'll write 48 equal to, n is 8, so 8 over 2, open square bracket, 2 times a. A is negative 1, so we write negative 1, then plus n minus 1, which is 8, take away 1, then close bracket, then d is what we are calculating for, so we just show d. We can simplify here. 2 can go into 8, so that gives 4. So we're going to have 48 equal to 4, then open square bracket, 2 times negative 1, that gives negative 2, plus 8 minus 1, that is 7, then times d, we write 7d, close square bracket. And then we can divide through by 4, because 4 is multiplying with whatever is in brackets, so divide through by 4 here, which gives 4 into 4, that is 1, then 4 into 48, 4 into 4, that gives 1, then 4 into 8, that gives 2, so 12. So this will mean that this is 12 equal to negative 2 plus 7d. So now to get d, I'll take negative 2 here, which is on the right side, to the left side, which will become a positive. So this will be 12 plus 2 equal to 7d, which gives 14 on the left side, equal to 7d. Divide through by 7, this gives 7 into 7, that is 1, and 1 times d gives d. 7 into 14, that is 2, so d is equal to 2. So for the answer space, on A we write T1 which is the first term, equal to -1. Then on B, we write D is equal to 2. Moving on to question 8, which has two parts, A and B, and both these two parts are on matrices. Starting with A, if A is equal to -1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 4, find A transpose. So for part A, finding the transpose of a matrix, this is just simply changing the rows to columns or columns to rows. So for A transpose, we are going to take rows and change those rows to columns. So if you take the first row where there's -1 and 2 there, to change it to a column, this would mean that we start by writing -1, then below that -1 we write 2. So we've changed this row to a column. So same applies to the rest of the rows. Those will be changed to columns. So this simply means we write 3, then below 3 we write 0, then the last one will be 1, then below 1 we write 4. And this here is the transpose of matrix A. Moving on to B, given that the first matrix, which is a 2 by 2 matrix, there -2, 1, x, -2, then followed by a 2 by 1 where there's 3 and 1 is equal to a 2 by 1 where there's -5 and 7. Find the value of x. So to get the value of x on B, I'll follow multiplication of matrices, and in this case I'll focus on the second row for the first matrix, then multiply that with the matrix where there's 3 and 1, then equal to the element 7. So this is what gives us 7. If we multiply the second row where there's x and -2 with the second matrix where there's 3 and 1, then equate that to 7. So this is going to give us an equation where we are going to solve for x. So this will go as follows. So x multiplies with 3 to give us 3x, then add that to -2 times 1, so that gives -2, and then this is equal to 7. So this is what gives us 7. So this is going to give us 3x minus 2 equal to 7, and then we take 2 to the right side, so this will be 3x equal to 7, then this will be plus 2, which gives 9. So 3x is going to equal to 9. So for continuation, I'm going to show it this side. So 3x equal to 9. So we divide both sides by 3 to find the value of x. So x is going to equal to 3 into 9, that gives x equal to 3. So for the answer space, here we are going to write the following. So on A, we are going to write A transpose equal to -1, 2, then 3, 0, 1, 4. Those are the entries for A transpose. Then for B, we are going to write x is equal to 3 as the solution. So these two are the solutions for question 8, A and B. Thank you so much for watching this video.